Hey guys, Dr. Brandon Manny. Welcome to the Functional Practice Podcast. This is episode number 22. Today we're talking about closing case fees.
Dr. Manny's passion for functional medicine runs deep. His passion for functional medicine marketing runs even deeper. Over the past several years, Dr. Manny has helped hundreds of doctors grow, scale, and monetize functional medicine in a big way. If you're ready to do just that, keep listening. If you want it faster, visit functionalmedicinemarketing.com. Here's Dr. Manny.
All right, guys, I want you to do some math on something because I've done case fees both ways. I've done the big case fees. By big, I'm talking $4,000, $5,000, $6,000. Never got up to $7,000, but $4,000, $5,000, that kind of range. And then I've done low case fees where it's like, and that's what I currently do. So I do a lot of $9.95, $14.95, $19.95. My biggest case fee, $24.95. That's for a 90-day weight loss program. But I close probably over 90%. So do the math on that. Would you rather, and I've said this in other videos and podcasts, see 10 patients and help 9 of them, help 8 or 9 out of 10 because your fees are reasonable and you can work with these people, versus closing 1 out of 10 or 2 out of 10 because your case fees are very high. They're $5,000, $6,000. Do the math on that. You make more money if you can close 8 out of 10 than you do 1 out of 10 or 2 out of 10. Okay, the math makes sense. So I'm a bigger fan, if you just crunch the numbers, I'm a bigger fan of lower case fees. And I've yet to talk to a doctor who did the high case fee and can close 9 out of 10, right? I don't think that exists. Also, you have to think about your headspace in terms of rejection, right? You're seeing 10 people and 9 of them say no. What does that do to you're wasting your time? Okay, that's the other thing you have to think about is that the rejection over and over, that can, for me, burnout. This was, we were doing big case fees probably about a decade ago. I don't want to mention any names in terms of coaching, but we were lined up with a practice management company who taught high case fee. They, if you guys have been in the functional medicine arena for any length of time, you probably know who I'm talking about. But at the time, we were running newspaper stuff, and it was getting people to a dinner talk. And the treatment modalities was exercises with oxygen therapy. Right, that might give it away. Glutathione type stuff. And so we were running, newspaper ads for his diabetes and neuropathy and stuff. And these people, who's going to read the newspaper? Okay, you got the Medicare crowd. And so for us, it was these people coming in with they're hobbling in, walkers and wheelchairs, and could barely walk. And I'm like, went through these people, right? And I saw a lot of them and closed, again, 2 out of 10, 3 out of 10, 1 out of 10. Because these people had no money. Well, for starters, they didn't have much money. They've been through the ringer and the healthcare model. They're on disability and whatnot. And so for me, and who am I to take advantage? And I don't know if it's that's the right terminology in terms of taking advantage of somebody who's dying. But that's how I felt. I felt like, this person can barely get by in their day-to-day life, and I'm going to try and gouge them for $5,000 to try and get them functional again. Now, what is that worth? I mean, obviously, getting them their life back, it's priceless. However, for me, I saw it from a different perspective. I just thought, gosh, I just felt bad. I felt icky about him. My gosh, this person can't even walk. And here I'm asking for $5,000 for something that, what are they doing? They're breathing oxygen and I'm adjusting them unilaterally, right? So anyway, fast forward here a decade and I've changed my model. And now we're all low case fee. By low, I'm like I mentioned, the lowest case fee I have is just somebody comes in, they get nutrient tested and it's a day 1, day 2, and they're on their way. So in that case, it's $349. Okay, I make $150 in 10 minutes, all right? So it's still not a bad deal. So, but you factor in the $349s and you factor in the $24.95s for people that want to come in every single week for weight loss and follow-up visits, and we're doing well. So we're closing, like I said, 8 or 9 out of 10, 80, 90% thereabouts. And my average profit per case fee, when you factor in the $34.95 or the $349s plus the $24.95s, my average profit per case fee is in the $1,200 to $1,400 range. But the other angle of this is that we make up for it in volume when we eat on the higher case fee. And for me, my model has always been I'd rather take these 9 people that I've converted and turn those 9 into 19 through referrals, through ongoing care treatments, whatever else they might do, and they refer friends and family and whatnot. Turn those 9 into 19 through that, then, like I said, seeing 1 people or seeing 10 and get rejected 9 times. Yeah, you close 5,000, but again, do the math on it. If you close 9 times my average case fee is $1,200 to $1,400, do the math. It's a hell of a lot more than 5,000. So that's where I lean these days. I've done it both ways. I've done the bigger case fee, done the lower case fee. I'm just more comfortable with the lower case fee. I think it's fair. What we charge is fair. We're still doing a hell of a job from a clinical perspective. We're getting people where they want to go. We're reducing inflammation. People are losing weight. They are sleeping better. They're healing up faster. They're just functioning at a better level, right? And we've tested C-reactive protein on patients that are a TriWell system. We'll do an inflammation biomarker before and after their protocol, and it's like we know that from a clinical perspective, we're reducing overall systemic inflammation in these patients, and like I said, they're sleeping better, more energy throughout the day. They just feel better. They feel detoxed, less inflamed, less brain fog. So clinically, it just works. What we do works for so many different people from a sensitivity, deficiencies, and toxicity component. That's my 3 pillars. That's what we lean heavily on, is the objective testing. So fun way to practice. Quick podcast today, only a few minutes, but I just wanted to kind of lay the pros and cons, the differences. I've also talked to doctors that, when you're doing big case fee, patients gonna expect a lot more, right? They're gonna expect, like, what if you fall short in your clinical protocol? What if they spent $5,000 and they didn't get a result from a clinical perspective? What happens? They get pissed. They are a disgruntled individual, in which case, okay, they want refund. What happens if you do too many refunds? Ding, 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 merchant comes calling, hey, we're shutting down your account. Now you got to go find a new merchant. See what I'm saying here? So there's just more, potentially more obstacles and just more potential for red flags and problems, more pains in your asses, which you don't want, right? So I'm just going to tell you my story, what I've been through, and you can take some of what I teach, you can take all of it, you can take none of it. I'm just giving you my 0.02 on it and what my experience has been. So I'm a bigger fan of lowercase fees, and that's the sermon for today. All right, guys, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. As always, get in our closed group. I'm going to be shooting more videos here as we go into more trainings and more in-depth stuff in terms of inner circle trainings with a functional practice and stuff, and also in the private closed group. That's what I was going to say. Get in the closed group because I'm going to be making more trainings. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube because all the trainings in our closed group, they go on to YouTube as well. So, all right, guys, have an awesome day, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for listening to the Functional Practice Podcast with Dr. Brandon Manny. Please make sure to subscribe and share with other doctors. Also, make sure to connect with Dr. Manny on Facebook and YouTube or visit functionalmedicinemarketing.com.